This is ESPN on ABC.
Welcome to NBA Countdown, presented by Chime.
Steph Curry and the Warriors, they're back in the Bay for the first time this postseason with their series knotted at 1 game apiece with the Houston Rockets. That's largely thanks to a massive Game 2 performance from Jalen Green, who tied a franchise record with 8 threes en route to becoming the youngest Rockets player in their history with a 35-point playoff game. But this one, it could come down to the status of Jimmy Butler, who exited the Dubs Game 2 loss after taking a hard fall. You see him arriving here. Will he and Golden State be able to bounce back in Game 3? We're counting you down on ABC.
Every time I pop out and pop off.
They are going to San Francisco, even at 1 apiece.
God, son, they call me son, ain't no son of me. Ran 100 M's, the running thing.
I assume everybody's going to play their best game when they come out.
I can't let you drive the boat if you get sick.
Monster game from Jalen Green.
Oculus VR, that's how I see.
Job not done yet. I go to the Bay and handle business.
I pop up high.
There's going to be adjustments every game, and that's what you love about the playoffs.
And he hit it! Oh, my goodness!
Welcome to NBA Countdown alongside Stephen A. Smith and Kendrick Perkins. I'm Malika Andrews. It has been over 700 days since there's been playoff basketball in the Bay, so you know the Chase Center, it is going to be rocking tonight. But one thing that the crowd might be eager to see, more eager even than opening tip, is whether or not Jimmy Butler is in the starting lineup. Remember, gentlemen, Butler played just 8 minutes in Game 2. His night cut short after taking a scary fall in the first quarter. He was going up to secure a rebound. You can see it right here. He just comes crashing down onto that tailbone after being undercut by Amen Thompson there, who'd been jostling for position with Draymond Green before the collision. Now, yesterday, Steve Kerr said that there was a chance that Butler could go in Game 3. Our senior insider, Shams Charania, is here with us now. Shams, what is Butler's status with tip-off less than an hour away here?
Malika, Jimmy Butler is out tonight in Game 3 against the Houston Rockets. He has a deep contusion in his largest glute muscle, and that's also been associated with significant swelling. So as soon as the Warriors saw him enter today and evaluated him, they immediately ruled him out. He basically, Malika, has no mobility, and it's not just about playing through pain or taking pain-killing shots. He literally cannot move well enough to play basketball tonight for the Warriors. And remember, this is someone that has played through a grade 2 MCL sprain for 3 quarters last season in the playoffs. The Warriors are now hopeful for Game 4 on Monday, potentially for Jimmy Butler to act.
Steve Kerr has never lost in the first round. That'll be put to the test once again against this pesky Houston Rockets squad. But it's time to get you out to Chase Center. Mark Jones, take it away. We will see you at halftime.
All right, thanks a lot, Malika. Welcome, everyone, to San Francisco, the jewel of the Bay Area, where the Rockets and Warriors meet for the 5th time all time in the postseason. And make no mistake, no team has terrorized and tormented Houston more than Golden State. The common denominator is this guy, the game's all-time leading three-point shooter. But the good news for the Rockets, they're ready to exercise those demons of the past behind Jalen Green. As we check out this week's playoff tracker, brought to you by Pepsi, taking a little bit of inventory. OKC wraps up their series in 4 straight games against Memphis. Meanwhile, a tight one going on against the Clippers and Denver right now in Los Angeles. And Anthony Edwards of the big night putting the Timberwolves up on the Lakers 2-1. Well, the big news of the day, Jimmy Butler of the Warriors' availability. It goes back to the previous game, early in the contest with about 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Butler taking that serious carom and fall to the court. MRI was negative, but he suffered a bruised gluteal muscle, bringing his availability into question. And for more on that, let's go to George Sedano.
Mark, Jimmy Butler, the 6-time All-Star for the Golden State Warriors, is out tonight. Head coach Steve Kerr told us his availability is day-to-day. That's his status at the moment. In the lineup, Jonathan Kuminga will start in his place, and another addition to the starting lineup will be Quentin Post at center. The rookie will replace Moses Moody. You can't overstate the importance of Jimmy Butler for this Golden State Warriors team. With him in the lineup, they're 23-7. Prior to the trade of Jimmy Butler, they were 2 games under 500, Jonesy.
Yeah, George, not only that, the Golden State Warriors had the #1 defense since Butler became a member of the squad. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones alongside Jay Billis. Jay, you heard the news breaking a moment ago. Jimmy Butler unavailable, one of the game's great playoff risers, always outperforming his regular season numbers. How does this impact the Warriors?
Well, it impacts them a great deal. It takes away a closer and a versatile player at both ends of the floor, one that can create a mismatch and take advantage of it on the offensive end and can also guard anyone on the defensive end. And he talked about Steph Curry being Batman in their last game, but he's going to have to be Superman in this game. Steph Curry has played very well in this series in the first 2 games, averaging 25 points a game, shooting 50% from 3, 9 of 18. He's not been able to get to the free throw line very much, but Houston has been very physical with Stephen Curry, grabbing him, coming off screens, trying to get cuts, making it really difficult. They'll blitz him at times. Amen Thompson with his size and athleticism all over him, but they switch, put a lot of different guys on him, but he is still Stephen Curry. When he gets open, the slightest opening, he can knock down shots from anywhere. The key is whether his teammates going to do on the offensive end in this one.
The Rockets with one of the most intransigent defenses in the league. They finished 5th in defensive rating during the regular season. Let's switch gears, talk about the Rockets. In the wake of Game 1, Jalen Green admitted that the lights may have been a little bit too bright, things moving a little bit too quickly for him, but what a bounce back he had after that 7-point performance in Game 1, had 38 in Game 2, and trending in the right direction.
Already the leading candidate for comeback player of the series after scoring 7 points in Game 1. He may have been a bit nervous, but Jalen Green had a number of open shots and open opportunities in the lane, just wasn't able to convert. But in Game 2, he was able to create space. And I think Steve Kerr would say they were a little bit soft on him. They didn't give him enough resistance on the defensive end. He was able to get downhill and get to the rim, but also knock down a franchise-tying best 8 threes in Game 2. And when he is combined with Alperen Şengün, that makes a potent 1-2 combination. But he was clearly the one with 38 points.
Green from nearby Fresno, California, ready to rock out tonight in the series that has sometimes been very contentious. This presentation of the NBA playoffs continues after this message and a word from our ABC station.
ESPN Bet Sportsbook has you covered all playoffs long. Keep up with big-time matchups, get daily profit boosts, and tail exclusive picks from Stephen A. Smith. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Sign up with promo code HOOPS.
Playoffs, you got to be ready for everything.
It ain't really a look up to you type of thing no more. I'm trying to win just like he trying to win.
Geometrically, that should not have happened.
Well, get back to it.
The lights were bright, the court looked huge. So like I did a good job answering back.
Jalen Green's got it. One man to beat, and he'll jam it down with the right hand.
You know that this is going to be a very tough series.
Oh, it's on to the next. This is over already.
Butler goes down hard. We just got to lick our wounds. We believe we've got a lot of guys who can help us win the game.
Rockstar, baby.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs, presented by Google. It's the Warriors and the Rockets from San Francisco. It's the first round presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. From Chase Center in San Francisco, it's Game 3 between the Warriors and the Rockets. And as the venue changes from Houston to San Francisco. As we come on inside Chase Center, Steve Kerr with an outstanding record in opening round series. Steph Curry has only lost once in the first round. He's 7-1. But big adjustments tonight for the home team, playing without Jimmy Butler, as George Sedano reported a moment ago. Unavailable for this Game 3 as we take a look at the starting lineups. And as you take a look at it, Houston with 3 players either 23 or 22 years old playing in their first playoff series. Van Vliet and Dylan Brooks, the veterans, Şengün, Thompson, and Jalen Green, the young core of that Rocket squad. Meanwhile, for the Golden State Warriors, take a look at number 21, Quentin Post. Folks, he's getting the start tonight, and he began the season in the G League for the Warriors. That's where they are right now. Green, Kuminga getting the start. Podziemski and Steph Curry in the backcourt for Golden State. This Houston Rockets team, the number 2 seed, they are one of the great stories in the NBA this year. Their meteoric rise actually goes back to last season. At the end of the regular season a year ago, they finished on an 11-game winning streak, just fell short of the play-in tournament. They carried that momentum into this year. And that midseason trade for Jimmy Butler, who's not available tonight, really turned around the season for Golden State. Jay, it's going to be interesting to watch Jalen Green to see if he can take that momentum from Game 2 and carry it into Game 3 here, and how they guard him.
Well, they're going to try to take away space from Jalen Green in this game. Steve Kerr felt like they were a bit soft on Green in Game 2. Didn't give him as much resistance at the point of attack, allowed him to get downhill, which opened up things for his teammates as well.
Meanwhile, you looked into the eyes and soul of Amen Thompson, squarely focused on his defensive assignment tonight, which will be Steph Curry. And it has been an extremely physical battle so far. Green and Şengün at the circle, and the Warriors will have the game's first possession. Steph will bring it across against Thompson.
And with Quentin Post in the lineup, Alperen Şengün isn't guarding